Hello, today I am fulfilling one of my biggest childhood dreams, having a really cool POH in Runescape. I have some GP to spend and have 99 construction, so why not? Mostly, this is kind of to celebrate Old School RuneScape's 10th anniversary. Old School RuneScape was launched on February 22nd in 2013, so the 10th anniversary is coming up this month and I wanted to do a fun little contest and maybe host a house party to celebrate. More details about the contest will be at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. As a kid, I always dreamed of having a big fancy house with the gilded furniture and the highest tier of everything you could possibly make. But of course I was like 10 at the time and never got above like 40 con and couldn't afford all the fancy stuff anyway. Even in Old School RuneScape as a noob, when I used the house party world for teleports and training prayer and stuff, I was always impressed at how cool everyone's houses were. My house is mostly maxed out at this point. I have most teleports in my nexus and have the jewelry box and all of the stuff I really need, but it just doesn't look as cool as I want it to. So this video I'm going to make the ultimate nostalgic house. I'm starting with a 68 mil cash stack in case you want to know how much money I spend decorating my house. First I'll give you a little tour. So I have my nexus here with most of the teleports, but I'm still missing a few. I have a couple of studies. I think I used them for videos. There's two because unless you want to spend a lot of money on the marble lectern, there are two different types of lecterns that have different spells. But I'll be getting rid of the second room and building the marble lectern later. Here are the two bedrooms that are required to be in your house in order to have a demon butler, but they're also just cute. Here I have a chapel, which I guess isn't that useful to me anymore, so I could move it further away. And here's my costume room. It's all maxed out and I have a few things stored. Up here I have a kitchen that's also mostly maxed out. To the east is the dungeon entrance, a throne room, and a mostly empty league room. I honestly forgot why I made it before, but I am keeping it. Here's a little dining room, and here is a games room that's looking a little sad, and a combat room. Here I have a menagerie. I don't think I'm really gonna change anything in it. And a workshop. I could add a few things here. And south of this is a parlor and a skill hall I just built for the Desert Elite Diary. That's pretty much it. I mean, I have a couple rooms in my dungeon, but they're mostly empty. I just built them for a video. I'm gonna keep some of the main rooms in the same area so my house isn't completely inefficient. Unfortunately, there is a limit to how many rooms you can build, but I want to have at least one of every type of room. I thought about going for a spooky vibe, but having all the obsidian stuff and everything would probably be really expensive. So I'm going more like classic cute medieval house, but a little bit cottagecore, because that's another aesthetic I like. Maybe I'll make my POH on my group Iron Man really spooky someday, I don't know. I wanted to do the Hosidius house theme, but for that I'd need Hosidius blueprints, which cost 2,000 points from Mahogany Homes. And if I did Mahogany Homes on this account, I would probably want to get the outfit first, so that would take a while. But I have time if I decide to do Mahogany Homes before my big house party. So for now I'm going with basic stone. Now that that's done, I'm just gonna start moving around some rooms. I wrote down a plan for my house layout, just made this in paint.net. If you're giving your POH a makeover, keep in mind that if you want a second floor, you can't build a room if there's not already a room below it. Also, if you don't know, you can easily move rooms around and rotate them in the viewer thing in the house tab. So once a room is built, you don't have to remove it if you want to change its location or layout. Okay, that's all done. There are some rooms I want to move to the second floor, but I'll have to build the stairs first for that. I moved the chapel one room south because I thought it'd be cool to have a dining room here with just chairs. So it's like a seating area leading up to the altar, kind of. I think you could also use a throne room for this. I moved the kitchen over to the west, and here I'm gonna have a couple of dining rooms. Now to build the stairs and the second floor. I guess you need the supplies for another set of stairs in order to build the second floor. And here I'm gonna move some rooms from the ground floor. Okay, I decided on this layout. And here's the dungeon. Right now I just have the room underneath the throne room because I needed it for a video. But I also have this dungeon entrance room from when I was training construction. So glad I never have to build oak doors as a training method ever again. Okay, I built some rooms, although later changed the layout because apparently the room wasn't directly under the throne room like it should be. And also added a treasure room. I'm gonna add some gardens because they're cute. Okay, this is pretty much done. Now I just need to figure out all the supplies I need for the furniture and decorations and stuff and buy them. Of course I'm getting most of my supplies on the GE, but some things are just a lot cheaper to buy from NPC shops and really don't take a lot of time to get yourself. So I'm getting bolts of cloth at a sawmill. It's so funny seeing the condensed gold here. God, it costs over 10 mil. Unfortunately, no, I am not building a gold sink. I'm here for other supplies. Although they are a bit expensive too, but they cost less than on the GE. I actually tried buying tinderboxes on the GE, but they wouldn't buy. So I'm getting them from the Berg de Rot general store because they have 10 in stock. And I need 20 tinderboxes for a fire pit in my dungeon. Buckets of slime you can't buy on the GE, but you can easily get from any charter shop. I didn't realize I had Excalibur in my bank already, but I'm keeping this in the video in case you want to have Excalibur on the wall of your house too. You can buy it from the Lady of the Lake for 500 GP. I wanted to do Silverlight, but there's no way to get it back now. Something I think is really neat is that you can view all of your stash units from your house with a certain item. All you have to do is buy it from Watson for 500 GP and you can mount it in your house. I need pink dye for my Superior Garden theme, which I can buy from Betty after completion of the Hand in the Sand. I need some more odd items for the stuff I'm planning on building. From Serenity, I can buy paintings to go in my quest hall. And while I'm here, I'll change my family crest to Asgarnia, because certain decorations you build are based on your crest at the time. And buying some plants, but I'll come back later to buy more for my other gardens. Okay, here's most of my tradable supplies. That's a lot of money spent, but my house is gonna be so cool. Another thing I need that isn't tradable is skulls. Fortunately, you don't have to go to the wilderness for this. There are a few skull spawns in other places around the world. There are 2 in Shazian, but looks like they're far enough away it'd be faster to just hop worlds camping one spot than to run back and forth. Another thing I need to get is spices. I'm dumb and misread the wiki and thought I needed 4 of each spice, but it actually meant you just need 4 doses of each spice. So a full spice jar of each type. I really didn't have to do this, and it's not like I'll ever use spices again on this account, but the spice rack just looks cool. Okay, most of the supplies are obtained. I'm gonna start with filling out my nexus. I had chairs here already, but I want to go with oak for most of my furniture in my house so it fits the cottagecore vibe. I had Chef's Delight here, but I'm changing it to Dragon Bitter just because Dragon Bitter looks way cooler. Like, I want to drink that, it looks so delicious. And you can't see it, but there's a dragon symbol on the front, which is really cool. Spice rack built, no regrets. At least I can store the rest of the spices I got here. And here's the stash unit chart I was talking about. This is gonna be really useful for when I want to fill out some more stash units. and it looks cool on the wall. In your chapel, you can choose the icon and it'll change the theme of the statues and the stained glass in the room, which is so fun. Of course, I went with Bob the cat because I love him. All the cat stuff is just adorable. Even the stained glass windows are paw prints. Of course, the throne room chairs have to be skeletons. This is so badass. The demonic throne is cool, but I am not spending 24 mil on that when the skeleton throne is, in my opinion, also pretty cool and fits my theme more. Some tedious construction later and my house is complete. I forgot to show my cash stack in this clip, but I'm at 32 mil, so I used up about 36 mil. It certainly took a lot of time and money, but my inner 10-year-old is very happy. Now for the finished tour. I changed a couple of things in this garden area near the portal. The superior garden with my pool is all decorated and pretty. It now has some cute benches and a little forecast-shaped bush. To the east I have my maxed out workshop, including a bunch of tool storage things. The bedrooms are nicer now and have dressers, wardrobes, and one has a clock where you can check the time. Here's a parlor with one of the mini bookshelves. One of these days I want to fill out my bookshelf. It holds every book you've obtained before. I think it doesn't include anything currently in your bank or inventory though. Here you can chill and watch the fireplace that isn't lit right now but will be during the house party if I remember at the time. Here's my menagerie. Not much has changed here, but I wanted to show the mini cats I have collected here, some other cute features, and my pet list. Of course, the Nexus is all filled out. Not sure if I should try to organize it better, but that's a problem for future me. Of course, here's the study, including the awesome stash unit chart and the marble lectern with every type of tablet spell. And the crystal of power that you can use to change the element of your staff. And my telescope I used for shooting stars. Here's a cute little garden area. My awesome throne room with trapdoors to send people into the dungeon, of course. Here's the dining room leading up to the chapel. Sadly, the way you sit in the chairs is odd because there's supposed to be a dining table in the middle, but I don't know, I think it works anyway. Let me know what you guys think. And here's my Bob the Cat chapel with wind chimes you can play. Here's my skill hall. I'd like to add the Castle Wars armor on the other side of the stairs someday. And some more gardens. I ended up deciding to make an obelisk because I had plenty of money left over and thought it could be useful. This might be my favorite garden with the gazebo. It's so cute. Here's a couple of dining rooms. This one has a bell pull to summon the demon butler. Here's the completed kitchen. And you can search the shelves for a beer glass and grab some of the unlimited dragon bitter. Here's my achievement gallery. I added the Zulra jar because I figured the green matches my theme the most. I have my Zamorak Max cape on this cape hanger because it looks badass. Over here I have an adventure log and a quest list. Here's the dungeon. It'll look different in challenge mode though. It has traps and monsters and a treasure chest. And up on the second floor, here's my league room. The rug costed 2 mil, but it was worth it honestly. I have some decorations around the room, mounted my Shattered Relics banner here. I have a few cool trophies here, unfortunately no Twisted League trophy because I did that on my UIM instead of my main at the time, but pretty sure I got like Mithril or Addy. I have the Shattered Relics outfit on the outfit rack. And here's my trophy case with all of the trophies I own. Another parlor if you just want to chill upstairs. Here's my costume room with a lot of stuff stored here for bank space. Almost forgot to show the quest hall. I have some cute paintings and Excalibur mounted on the wall. Here's my combat room with an ornate undead combat dummy, combat ring, and a weapons rack. And last but not least is the games room with different activities and a treasure chest. I thought this treasure hunt game seemed fun and fits the theme of my house. You're given a treasure stone and it acts the same way the strange device does for clue scrolls. So you go around the house and try to find the fairy. If you win, you're given a key in your inventory for the treasure chest and get to loot it. Both the games room chest and the dungeon chest can store up to 1500 GP at a time, which isn't much, but I put money in them anyway so people can have some kind of reward for completing these challenges. Well, I hope you enjoyed my house tour. I certainly enjoyed giving my house a makeover and I can't wait to see it full of people just having fun. So on March 11th, I'll be hosting a house party contest. The idea is basically just to have the coolest, most nostalgic house party. I'll be streaming and will visit each house myself and the chat can enter too. If you can't make it to the stream, you can also send a video submission of your house tour and I'll show it on stream to review it. I'll probably have a few judges to help me out and we'll judge each house based on how cool and unique it is. So you could have a typical 2007 style house party with games and stuff, or open up your own personal little restaurant where you sell food to guests, or have any kind of specific theme or whatever. The idea is for it to feel like something straight out of 2007, so it shouldn't be a generic maxed house with minimal decor. Be creative, make your inner child happy. So the reason the contest is going to be in the middle of March instead of on the actual old school RuneScape anniversary date is partially to give you guys enough time to make a cool house, and also because the old school RuneScape birthday event usually runs from mid-February to the beginning of March or around that time. So I wanted it to be after the birthday event because what if the prize is something that could be useful in your house, or could just be cool fashionscape you want to wear while you host your house party. So as for the prize, I'll be giving away 10 mil, but once again I'm opening up a prize pool for anyone to donate to, because unfortunately I don't play this account enough to make a lot of money and I wanted to spend a lot of my money on gear and cannonballs for the Championscape and to just have money for future videos. So if you want to donate to the prize pool, DM me on Twitter or Discord and we can meet up in game, or you can save the GP and give it out to the winners yourself. If you want to DM me on Discord, just so you know, if we're not in a shared server, you'll have to add me as a friend to be able to DM me. I can't do anything to change that, but it's not a big deal. Also, I will be making a post on YouTube with more details later on. Good luck everyone, and I'll see you on March 11th. Thanks for watching. Goodbye, friends.